tell you what, it goes back to what you always hear. Good pitching beats good hitting. I don't care when it is, in March or in October. If you have a good pitching staff, you're going to win more games than you lose. But you got to give credit to both sides because there's high-powered offense on the U.S. and the Dominican as well. But it started with Skeens and went to the U.S. bullpen.
Yeah, go ahead, Bob. You want to go?
I got to tell you, got to give credit to the U.S., man. They have incredible pitching. Paul Skeens was the Paul Skeens that we know. The guy was dominating the lineup, which nobody has been able to stop. Everybody that had go through the lineup has suffered. Paul Skeens was locating his pitches, using the slider, the two-seamers running. I mean, he was magnificent today.
Yeah, I mean, look, the game lived up to everything we talked about. Here we were talking, including us, all of us, about how great these offenses are. Captain, in this case, it's not good pitching. It's great pitching defeats great hitting, and it was done beautifully. Look, the one guy I want to give a shout-out to is Mark DeRosa. He has gotten absolutely hammered this week, and tonight he made some brilliant moves. Gunnar Henderson, great defense, and a big home run. And taking out Paul Skeens after 71 pitches and bringing in, followed by a double play, tonight DeRosa pitched a gem.
Yeah, meanwhile, bullpen for USA was absolutely terrific. 4 2/3 scoreless tonight. Now, listen, a little controversy, right? Because we saw it in the 8th inning. Juan Soto was called strike 3 on a ball that was clearly low. And then almost the same pitch to end the game with Geraldo Perdomo at the plate. Mason Miller gets a call, ends a game with a tying run on third base. Just a tough way to end a really good game.
Yeah, and it is. And look, we've talked about, look, and here it is right here. A ball that's about 4 inches down, too close to take. But this is Corey Blazer's hot zone and is down. And sure enough, it lived to his counter report. But you just hate, Poppy, to end a game this big with these type of consequences on a pitch that's not a strike.
I got to tell you, if you call on 101, 102 miles an hour on top of the zone strike, cannot go down there and call that pitch a strike also. I mean, you're spanning the strike zone against this batter and facing a really good pitcher.
Well, you could pretty much guarantee they're going to have the challenge system in place for the next WBC, right? But, hey, look, I mean, you hate to end a game that way, but you give credit to the U.S. They not only pitched well, they hit the 2 home runs. They played great defense, whether it was Aaron with the throw to third base and Bobby Witt. How about the plays he made? He saved a run early on by knocking a ball down as well. So great pitching, great defense. The U.S. deserves to go to the finals.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, when you look at some of the pitching they've gotten, Bednar, again, gets out of a jam. That's what he's done this whole World Baseball Classic. Whitlock has been sensational. And then Miller lets the runner on third, but he gets the job done. And we bring in one of the heroes tonight, and there were many for Team USA. It's Roman Anthony, the young Red Sox star who joins us right now. We'll get them all set up, get him a microphone. And Roman, great to see you. That's all yours. Congratulations. Just take us through this whole tournament for you and what it feels like. It was a great shot after you hit the home run. You kind of said, hey, USA, that's what's on my chest. What's it been like for you, this experience?
Yeah, it's been a blessing just to represent this country. I mean, it was something for me. Going into spring training, didn't expect it. Heading into my first full year, thought I was going to be in Fort Myers the entire time. And then when I got the call, it was a no-brainer. And to be here, to be around these guys, around this staff, everyone around me, it's been unbelievable. It's been an honor to represent this country.
So, Roman, here's your at-bat. Walk us through it a little bit. You lead off with a slider, then you get to 3-2. And you get all sinkers after the breaking ball first pitch. What are you thinking? And when you hit this ball, do you know it's gone? And tell me about the feeling.
Yeah, I think leading up to it, over the last few weeks, being back here with Breggy and all these guys, just putting an emphasis on really being early, being ready to hit every single pitch, facing a lot of good arms. As you get deeper and deeper into this tournament, we know what we're going to get. And so for me, it's just about going out there and getting a good pitch to hit and just moving the line. This lineup's unbelievable. So for me, it makes my life easy to go out there and just try to kind of pass the baton to the next guy. And for me, when I hit it, I kind of just blacked out. I was in my head just, please go, please go.
Roman, congratulations. I got so much love and respect for you. You know that. But you didn't listen to me, man. I told you go deep or lose.
I did my part.
I know you did.
Winning,
you
so,
did it.
Hey, my bad.
I was sitting on a third deck over there watching that at bat when you went deep. And some guys was asking me about you as a player. And I told them that you are the complete package. You are a great athlete. good listener. Your work ethic is in another level. Coming into this team, playing with other superstars, what are you taking home?
Yeah, I think for me coming into it, the biggest thing is understanding the group that I have around me, right? The knowledge, the experience, so many guys who have impacted this game in such amazing ways. So for me, it's about coming in here and learning as much as I can, but at the same time, competing my tail off every single day and understanding that I'm here, I'm in the lineup, and I'm here to do a job. And as a group, we expect to win, and that's the standard for us. So as much as I'm trying to go out there and learn and be around these guys and take in all the info, I'm trying to compete, I'm trying to win.
Now, Roman, you unfortunately last year you missed the end of the year. Right? You missed the end of the year in the postseason. How much do you think this is going to help you playing in this type of atmosphere? Right. First, how eager were you to get out here and see what the atmosphere was like, and how much do you think that's going to help you even moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, you can't beat this environment this early in the year, and going back to Houston and even Arizona, just being out there and being around this atmosphere and these guys and all these fans. I haven't been in the postseason, unfortunately, like you mentioned. I missed it, and so for me, getting this experience is huge. And for me, I love going out and competing. I love the moment. So missing the postseason last year, it killed me. But just to be here and to turn the page and be healthy and get the opportunity to represent this country, it's everything for me.
Roman, we were talking about how good the defense was for you guys tonight. So many big plays in the game, and really, Judge throws that Tatis at third, and that's when you guys hit the 2 home runs in the inning. Just take me through the energy that the defense gave the team, and especially right after that Judge assist at third to get to Tatis.
Yeah, I mean, it starts with our guys on the mound, the executing pitches, and I mean, we've seen it already with Judge out there. He's unbelievable. We all know him and the player that he is, but I think you can go down the list, defensively and with our bullpen, our staff, everyone's, contributed in a different way. So to see that and to see this type of baseball that we're playing, it's awesome. It's awesome to be a part of.
Roman, you're a local kid. I'm sure you had family and friends here and followed you coming up. My question is, you're 1 win away here at home. What is it going to take to bring this title home on Tuesday?
Yeah, I think just continue to, be relentless, continue to do what we've been doing so well. And I said it earlier, we, had a little scuffle there with Italy, and then I think that really woke us up. And when we got in, we understand now that, we're playing something for more than just ourselves. We're playing for the best country in the world, and to be able to go out there and represent this country and these fans, it's everything for us. So we're going to stay within ourselves. We're going to play a great brand of baseball, and we're going to take it 1 pitch at a time.
I had to tell you, kid, this might be one of the toughest moments for me to say congratulations to someone that I really love, but I got something for you right here. Bam! My dog teacher, I gotta give it to you, kid.
Let's go.
You earned it today.
Let's go.
Congratulations, man.
The first official My Dog T-shirt of the year.
First official My Dog
T-shirt
T-shirt this year.
Pleasure, man. Great job tonight. Fun to watch. And we'll see you in the finals on Tuesday night here from Miami. Roman Anthony from the Red Sox and superstar, 7 RBIs.
My dog.
In this World Baseball Classic. Leads the Team USA in that department. That was a big home run. He and Gunnar Henderson going deep. That was it. 2-1 game in this really hotly contested game. And, it's interesting.
KB, can we say something about this young man real
Please.
quick? By the way, fellas, when you see a kid like that, whether it's Joe DiMaggio or Ted Williams or Derek Jeter or Big Pop, there's some people that just have the it factor. And that kid has the looks, the humility, the size, the power. And he just told me he was coached by my high school coach, Rich Hoffman. Poppy, you know him well. He's very, very special.
I got to tell you, that kid is a student of the game. We are so proud to have him in our organization, and it's because he do nothing but get better and better and better. This is the kid that came into the league last year. He got injured, and watching his team during the playoff, and I've been able to perform and be with him, that was killing him. I can see it in his face. Glad that he's healthy this year. I mean, he put up a show tonight. Congratulations, Anthony, to the Roman Anthony family that I know that they are here somewhere. I got the opportunity to meet his mom and dad. Unbelievable family. Congratulations.
I didn't know you had the My Dog T-shirts printed already.
I thought that was only October.
I thought that Daisy had.
Hey, I got to take care of my boy, man. You know that, Kevin. Come on.
Unbelievable. All right, so, we talked about the bullpen. How about David Bednar? You think about the trouble he got in the 7th inning and then back-to-back strikeouts, get out of a jam. Let's hear from him, and he's with Tom Verducci right now.
Thanks. David, apparently you're a big fan of drama and know how to get out of situations. Once again, 2 runners on. This time, a spot in the finals on the line, 2nd and 3rd, 1 out, top of the order after the Dominicans. What did you tell yourself, and how did you escape?
Honestly, it just came down not today, and just finding a way, and by any means, and just getting the job done for the boys.
What was it like for this pitching staff? 6 pitchers held this team that had been scoring 10 runs a game to a single run. What was the pitching game plan, and how was it executed tonight?
Honestly, it's just such an impressive group of guys on the bump, and I think Will called a great game all night, and just a lot of trust in him, and all these guys are tons of fun to watch.
Let me go back to that 7th inning, because really your secondaries helped you get out of that, the splits and then the curveball. Tell me about the execution of those pitches in such a tight spot.
Yeah, no, I think when I'm rolling, it's all 3 pitches for strikes, and just all kinds of different ways to get outs, and like I said, find a way.
And finally, like the rest of us, you just could only watch the 9th inning. What was it like watching Mason Miller out there leaving the potential tying run at 3rd base for the last out?
Man, he's a Pittsburgh guy. He's gritty, man. I watch him throw all off season, and it's been so much fun sharing a bullpen with him and watching him do his thing. And man, he is impressive.
And now on to the finals. What does it mean for this group, David?
It means everything. That's what we came to do, and we got one more to finish it off.
We'll see you in the finals. Good luck.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Back to you.
All right, Tom, appreciate it. David, thanks. And you got Bednar in this World Baseball Classic. And listen, he's had some runners on. He's put some runners on, but he's extinguished the fire every single time. He's been so great in these moments. And clearly, Mark DeRosa trusts him and got it done. And that back end of the bullpen, the entire Classic has been good. And I think you got to give some props, too, to Tyler Rogers. He was just added to the roster the other day, right? They made a couple changes, and they bring Tyler Rogers on, and he comes in a huge spot against Soto to ground into a double play in the 5th inning. So this Dominican offense, Derek, that averaged 10 runs a game, 1 run tonight. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, the bullpen, you mentioned it, they came in with no breathing room, no room for error. And come up and get these big outs in this type of atmosphere. And let me just say it one more time. This early in the season, you get to October or you get to September, you have guys that have been pitching for an entire season. They're well adjusted to how long, with the amount of work they have to do. They've gone through pressure situations before. You're throwing them in the mix here in March, 15th, in front of 30-something thousand people, and you're playing for your country. That's tough to do. So they deserve a lot of credit.
That's very impressive. I got to tell you, 4 2/3 coming out of the bullpen against that lineup. I've been watching that lineup here for about a week and a half. This guy, they were swinging the bat like they were in mid-season shape. And having this bullpen just stopped and absolutely stopped. It wasn't even hard ball hit. Like, they just make their life miserable all night. 1 run scored. This bullpen was nasty. Absolutely.
Maybe you said it best. Oh, is it Roman's?
Oh, yeah, there you go.
So you said it best. A team that averages 10 runs. And Rogers had a lot of headwinds. Number one, and you know this, fellas, when you're in that dugout and you see Paul Skeens come out of the game, you feel excited. Your esteem goes up. You go, here we go, boys. And Rogers, who hasn't pitched, just showed up, ground ball double play, and a very nice play by Witt on the other side of the base to come over, and then a rocket to Harper for the double play. Well done.
Yeah, and so we started this day talking about Skeens. You sat down with him, right? And we had a nice sit-down interview, and you talked about just his patriotism, a guy who flew fighter jets in the Air Force Academy. And he only struck out 2, but it just felt like he set a tone. He got in and out of trouble. They hit some hard baseballs against Skeens, but it just felt like he was in command and in control and kind of set the tone for Team USA.
I said it to the captain earlier. I mean, he reminds me of Roger Clemens in his prime. He's that big, he's that large, but he's really larger than life. And what I liked about him, he pitched off his fastball tonight, both sides of the plate. He had a great tempo. He got his defense involved. His defense played great behind him. Part of that is because of his cadence and his pace and his ability to pound the strike zone. And there was some really nice plays behind him. The key play for me was 2. One was Bobby Witt saving the run with Guerrero at second. And then the other one was, and a big one, Aaron Judge making that great play, getting Tatis out at third base. And what it did is Soto would have come up with 2 men on base with 2 outs. and it helped him maybe pitch an extra inning because he didn't have to throw any more pitches.
Absolutely. I mean, Tatis being thrown out at third base, he give Paul Skeens a second breathing.
Yeah.
You know that when you have a pitcher like that in the mound, you have to attack and attack and attack in a type of way that you can get the opportunity to wear him out. Now, when you get the last out at third base, in a situation like that, having Soto coming and hit behind, it just give Paul Skeens you just do a favor to him.
Yeah.
Wait, you know what? This is what Paul Skeens shown tonight. It is easy for you to go out there on the mound and walk around and get through games when you're striking out 12 people, 15 people. But what makes you a really great pitcher is when you're able to take the mound. You can't even say he didn't have his best stuff, but they were hitting him a little bit. And he still went up there and only gave up 1 run. That just goes to show you how nasty he is and how he's able to dominate even when he's not out there striking everyone out.
Jeter, you know what else it makes you learn? That the old school way of starting pitching still works. Great pitching can be great elite hitting. And when you have a pitching cadence and you work off your fastball on both sides of the plate, it's worked for 130 years, it's not going to stop now.
And a good way to put it, he's not afraid to pitch to contact. You know, a lot of times pitchers go out there and try to strike everybody out. Throw the ball, it's hard to hit. You know, it's very, very hard to hit.
Not for him.
Throw it over the plate. You know, this whole night is tough on David, right? I feel bad. We got to get off air.
Very melancholy. Very melancholy.
We got to get off air.
Kevin, I've never seen Big Papi so sad. He's really sad.
It was a conundrum for you because you have the Dominican hat on and yet you're talking to a Red Sox post game. So this must be a very confusing night for you.
Wait, no.
I don't even know what I'm at right now.
Hold on. His loyalty starts Dominican, then it's Boston.
Yeah.
Let's just get that in order.
Hey, I got to tell you.
And then Escogido.
It's a different level, but I got to tell you, you got to give it to the U.S., man. I mean, that guy played the game right. That guy executed. They faced really good pitching because you got to give credit to the Dominican pitching staff. Severino pitched really well. The bullpen came in, pitched really well. But they take advantage of the opportunity that they got. Missed location, boom. Missed location, boom. I mean, they play a really good game.